game. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at 3rd and 7. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Connection made to Shakir. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Complete to Shakir. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 46. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Shakir with the grab. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's McCarthy to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Escapes the sack. And they get to him again. Now, before the punch, not sure what the issue was, but we have a timeout from the kicking team. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Let's see what he can do on the return. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Now this offense ready to head back out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Complete out to the right. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Here's a throw. And that one's going to hit the turf. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Pass play now. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. He'll throw it yet again. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Voyagers making a 9-point advantage. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And the Voyagers make it a 10-point ball game. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First throw for the backup now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Man in motion out of the slot. 2nd and 10 now. Into the hands of Jefferson. Complete. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. First down, ball at the 36.
That's good for the Buffalo Bills.
They're throwing it. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Incomplete. The coverage by Nakobe Dean.
Still sticking with the passing game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Loss of 6 yards. Brings up 3rd and 16.
Setting up a throw. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. He'll start from the 39. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Here comes their offense out again. Airing it out to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Putting a receiver in motion. From the 25 on 2nd down. He's got it near the 8. Touchdown! Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Voyagers take a 3-possession lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Pass play coming here. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 4 yards brings up 3rd down and 14.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. 1st and 10 from the 41. This offense getting all set for this series. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Gets it quickly to Bowers. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Voyagers pushing for a score before the break. from midfield on second down. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll come up 1st and 10.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Virginia Beach first down.
They go play action here. Pass caught, 9-yard line. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Voyagers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Voyagers make it a 24-point ball game. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Complete over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Throwing now from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. So Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. Chased out to his right. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. Thought? To throw here on 1st down. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Again the throw now on 2nd and 10. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Trent McDuffie getting there for... So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they'll raise that Lamar Hunt Trophy high as champions of the...
you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Voyagers and the Condors. All that and more coming up next.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the NFC champions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Buenos Aires club as they interplay here. It's been a good season for them so far, and they're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They run the counter. It's Shepard. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Second and 13. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This will be fielded at the 17. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and a yard. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Back to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll look to throw again. Got a man. That's Liggett. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. escape, and down he goes. Jalen Carter. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 4. He's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From a yard out. And the Condors are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
That time, a 9-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll set up to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. 2nd down and inches. And he's got his man in stride, complete. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. And that'll do it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 65. Still 3 more to play until we crown a champion. 7-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Back and ready to go for the 2nd quarter now at Super Bowl 65. Back and ready to go for the 2nd quarter now at Super Bowl 65. Up the middle they go. Shepard, that's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Goes right back to McBride. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Delivers on the crosser to McBride. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 4. Back to throw here. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll make it second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big...
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man. That's Leggett.
And he goes out right around the 39. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. He gets this one to Johnson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw again.
That one complete to Leggett.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Back to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring them back within 4.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
2nd and 5. Short throw caught by Bowers. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Shepard, and he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2nd and 3. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Now back to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And his kick here is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Well, the Buenos Aires offense back out now.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go. It's Shepard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Shepard might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal. And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them,
That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. In trouble, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Broken tackle. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Buenos Aires offense back out now.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're
trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The final quarter here on the biggest stage of the biggest game of the year is about to come your way. 3 quarters in the books. 1 more quarter remains now in Super Bowl 65 as we welcome you back to live action.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting roughed backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And his kick is indeed good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this
down because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the 4th. A pivotal moment in this football game. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Johnson's got it complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown!
And Xavier Legette,
69 yards.
And the Voyagers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Now still down 1. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths, but it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied.
This Super Bowl, it has had it all so far. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Condors offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Up the middle they go. It's Shepard. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup. First down. They'll keep it on the ground. Shepard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Trey McBride from 3 yards out. And the Condors answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll set up a throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2nd and 4. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Henderson running straight ahead. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Shepard. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 7, 1:44 to go. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. He's got Johnson, and he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. He's back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following the busted contact. He'll look to throw. Past the 20. He's got the 1st down and then some. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Voyagers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Setting up to be a finish for the ages here. All tied in the final minutes of the Super Bowl as the kick is away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll look to throw again. This is taken in by McBride. And he's got this down to the 35. They'll run on first down. It's Shepard. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. And his kick is good. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season.